Oh, you've seen them. The Eye of Horus, the Ankh, the cross itself, symbols from temples and tombs, now worn as jewelry, printed on shirts, inked into skin. But what do they really mean? Were they just decoration? Or were they divine reminders, left behind by those who saw more than we do now? Let's begin with the eye. The Eye of Horus, known as Wadjet, came from a story older than empires. Horus, the falcon-headed son of Isis and Osiris, was born to restore order after his father's murder. In the battle for justice, Horus lost his eye. It was torn apart, but it was healed, and in that healing it became sacred. To the ancient Kemetic priests, the Eye of Horus represented more than protection. It mapped the senses: taste, smell, hearing, sight, touch, thought, even spiritual perception. Mathematically, each part of the eye was a fraction, but together they added up to less than a whole. What was missing? The part that couldn't be measured, the soul. So the Eye of Horus wasn't about seeing others. It was about seeing yourself. Seeing with clarity after pain, with balance after chaos. It was the eye of recovery, of spiritual vision. A reminder that to truly see, you must first be healed. But then, there's another eye. The Eye of Ra, often mistaken for the same symbol. Where the Eye of Horus soothes, the Eye of Ra scorches. It was the sun's eye, tied to divine fire, wrath, and protection through power. In mythology, it was sent out to punish, to cleanse, to destroy what threatened the divine order. They were two eyes of one truth, that there is time for healing and time for fire. Now look at the Ankh. You'll find it everywhere in the ruins of Kemet. Held by gods, pressed to the faces of kings. It symbolized life, but not just life as breath, life as connection. Life as divine essence, eternal presence, the soul that goes on. The shape of the Ankh carries a message. The loop, a womb, the feminine, creation. The arms, balance, breath. The stem, the masculine, rooted in form. Together, the Ankh becomes a bridge between heaven and earth, between body and spirit, between what is born and what is never lost. It was used in rituals, offered to the dead, breathed into the living. To hold the Ankh was to say, I walk with eternity. I breathe with the divine. And now, the cross. Today we see it as a Christian symbol of sacrifice, of redemption. But the shape of the cross is far older than Calvary. Long before crucifixion, the cross appeared across Africa, Mesopotamia, and beyond. It marked the four winds, the elements, the axis where heaven meets earth. Its vertical line points to the divine. Its horizontal line spans the human journey. Where they meet is the self, not just a place of death, but of transformation. In Christian tradition, the cross became the place where spirit and flesh collided, where surrender led to resurrection. But even without doctrine, the symbol still asks something ancient. Period. What are you willing to release in order to rise? The eye, the Ankh, the cross. They aren't just symbols. They're stories encoded. They carry the same truth in different forms. Period. So next time you see them, don't just look. Ask what they're trying to show you. And listen. Because these were never just ancient marks. They were messages. For those ready to see. Subscribe to Quests for the Deeper for more.